Okay, so let's take a look at another important topic of pediatrics, that is mitral stenosis. So let's get started. So how will a child present with mitral stenosis? So he will present with breathlessness, fatigue, palpitations, hemoptysis, and on examination we will find a loud S1 and a loud P2 component. So mitral stenosis is the narrowing of the mitral valve, and it's a valve between the left atrium and the left ventricle. So if it is you can say narrowed, what can be the possible findings in the or the possible symptoms in the child? That there will be breathlessness, fatigue, palpitations and hemoptysis, and on examination there will be a loud S1 and a loud P2 component of the heart sounds, and the murmur will be a low pitched rumbling mid diastolic murmur, and it will be best heard with the bell of the stethoscope in the left lateral position at the apex. So on the apex there will be a mid diastolic low pitched rumbling murmur, best heard in the left lateral position with the help of the bell of the stethoscope. And also there will be an opening snap. So there are certain added heart sounds as well. So one of them is an opening snap. So opening snap will be heard in case of mitral stenosis, and these children also have certain specific faces called as a mitral faces, and there will be a butterfly shaped redness on the face called as the malar flush. So this is specific for mitral stenosis. And also there will be signs of right heart failure and right ventricular heave, and right ventricular heave will be seen, and the apex beat will have a particular tapping character in case of mitral stenosis. So tapping character of apex beat and right ventricular heave and signs of right ventricular failure will be seen in the child of mitral stenosis. And in these patients they are at high risk for development of atrial fibrillation, and if this child is having atrial fibrillation, then he will also be having irregular pulse on examination. So these are the things that you need to remember. So what are the important investigations in child of mitral stenosis? We order an ECG, a chest x-ray, echocardiography, but in addition to this we also order another investigation called as the Doppler echocardiography. So one is a simple echocardiography, another one is Doppler echocardiography, because we will see the flow of blood through a narrowed valve, and we can also do a cardiac catheterization and angiography in these children. So the treatment options for mitral stenosis include medical management, because as I already told you that these children are at increased risk for development of atrial fibrillation. So whenever atrial fibrillation occurs, thrombosis or a thromboembolism occurs, which can result in stroke. So in order to avoid that risk, we anticoagulate the children with warfarin for systemic embolism, and we also give them beta blockers, digoxin, calcium channel blockers for ventricular rate control, because AFib can also occur. So for that we give beta blockers, digoxin, calcium channel blockers, and diuretics are given to avoid pulmonary congestion. So these are the medical treatment options: anticoagulation, beta blockers, digoxin, calcium channel blockers and diuretics. And surgical treatment options will include the valve repair in the form of balloon valvuloplasty, and balloon valvuloplasty is not a definitive repair, and this needs follow up 1 to 2 years afterwards due to recurrence. So when you do a balloon valvuloplasty for mitral stenosis, there are chances of recurrence. So because of that you also do a follow up after 1 to 2 years, and you can also do a mitral valvotomy, and mitral valve replacement will be the definitive treatment. So balloon valvuloplasty, mitral valvotomy and mitral valve replacement. So these are the surgical options, and these were the medical options available, and these are the investigations. And then some important murmurs on examination, opening snap, mitral faces and AFib will be a common finding in these patients, and these are the important symptoms. So these were the important points that you need to remember as a final year MBBS student. So mostly these are the points which come in exam as MCQs or SCQs.